Hi there, welcome to Black Gumbo Southern Gardening. Let's have an update on the fig cuttings that are behind me. How are they doing? They've been in there about almost 20 days and we're getting some results. Hey folks, welcome to Black Gumbo Southern Gardening. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update about my fig cuttings. It's been about 2 weeks. I put most of these in on the 19th of last month. And you can see, well, I hope you can see, that I've got some growth coming. So I'm really pleased. These humidity domes have done their job well. We've had some wildly fluctuating humidity here. It's gone from maybe about 30%. Let's see, right now it is at 45%. And it's been as high as 100% for extended periods of time. But these little dudes are doing well under their humidity domes. Now I have gone and put 2 additional holes in these humidity domes in hopes to slowly over the next week or two, couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, acclimatize these fig cuttings to the ambient humidity. And so as the days go by, every 4th or 5th day I'll add a few more holes to the humidity dome until I see no more condensation on the inside of the cups. Some of these have too much condensation. Some of these sprouted or took easily. Some of them are taking a long time to put out roots or to bud. But for the most part, I'm having success here. Pretty much all my varieties are giving me multiple. I'm going to have multiple trees of each variety I purchased. So I don't know if I'll have 100% success rate, but I'm having far more success than I ever thought I would by using this method to root figs. So I will. I mean, there's the proof of the pudding right there. I mean, some of these have some good root systems beginning. You can see roots on this little dude reaching out into the soil, and if you peek under the cups on some of these, you can see actual roots down in there in that media. So I'm pleased with this method, and if I root fig trees again, I'll do it. I'll do it this way. All right, these are some of the small plants that I've purchased recently. And these little fig trees are doing well also. I've potted them in 1 gallon industry containers, and some of them needed staking, so I added stakes. But I've got them here on my front porch where they get ambient light, but they don't get direct sunlight except for maybe 30 minutes, and it's filtered through some bushes. The reason for that is I need to harden these guys off. I don't know where these plants have been, whether they've been grown in a greenhouse or whether they've been grown outside. But I mean, a little dude like this guy is tiny, and those leaves look very, very tender. And there's living sphagnum moss on the original, that was in the original pot. I think that these plants were greenhouse grown. Now, if I just take them and throw them out in the backyard in 12 hours of full sun every day, these little leaves are going to drop, and the plant's going to be hyper stressed out because I don't think they've been hardened off yet to the outside. Much like when we plant seeds and the seedlings sprout, you can't just throw them right out in the sun. You have to gently and gradually introduce them to the real world and harden them off in the sun. I think the same goes for these. Now, this one, something like this, it's a little more developed. That one might do fine, but I'm not going to risk it. These figs, I want them to grow well. These are some interesting varieties, and I don't want to just stick them out there. So that's my suggestion. If you purchase a bush or a tree from one of these nurseries that ships to you, give your plants a new pot them up, water them in well, and then put them in the shade and let them recover from their trip and let them get used to being outdoors in the fluctuating temperatures where you live, and then slowly introduce them to the sunlight. A few hours, an hour a day for a couple of days, increasing over the course of 2 to 3 weeks. And you'll introduce your plants and strengthen them up, and that's how you do it. You harden them off. I've been hardening off this Texas Blue Giant. He's up on my front porch too in a terracotta pot there. Now, this little guy is already putting on some good growth. And the only thing about this plant, it's strange. It's almost like it would fit in a corner because all the main branches come off at the same angle, and we're going to have to fix that. But I really am looking forward to eating the fruit of this tree, and I think I may be getting some little tiny fruit buds on this one. It's a little early for this to make fruit. I'll pinch those off if it proves to be a fruit. I don't want this one stressed out and making fruit this year. Here's another fig tree that recently came in, and it's just now breaking out of dormancy. I think the nursery where this one was, it's probably a little bit cooler climate. But it's a nicely formed, straight trunk. This is going to make a nice tree. What's nice about that one, it's a Kadota Fig, which was one of the major commercial varieties grown literally right in this area. And so that fig is ideal for our climate and for our area. Looking forward to that one. Well, there's a little update about our figs, our cuttings, and how we're doing with our progress on sprouting these things. There's a little bit of an update about what's going on with the other fig plants, and I thank you for following Black Gumbo Southern Gardening, and I ask that you might follow us on YouTube and on Facebook, and together we can learn how to do these things and make good food. Thanks a lot. You guys have a nice day. Bye-bye.